Hello. Thank you all so much for being here. Welcome to the stream, and big shout outs to Trippy Twitches for those 5 gifted subs. Appreciate you, Trippy. 55 total gifts so far to the channel. Good morning, good morning. Thank you, Kayla Scott, for the sub and the 5 months as well. And Ryan for the sub and the 48 months. Thank you all so much. And please excuse my tardiness. I had an appointment this morning and had to take care of that. But all is well. All is fantastic. And now we are ready to continue our day with some Pokémon TCG content. Now, today is Wednesday, correct? Yes. It is Wednesday, and tomorrow is Thursday. And tomorrow, I've got JD coming in for a Gym Leader Challenge stream. So that'll be fun to mix things up and do another tabletop stream. So we got that going on tomorrow. So tomorrow's stream will be an afternoon stream because that's when JD's available. So tomorrow's stream's going to start about 2:30 p.m. Afternoon vibes. And today is kind of like a midday vibe. So, you know, we're a little all over the place this week, but that's okay. Friday's stream will be, I don't know. Listen, I want to do a full stream Friday, but some of the people that I'm traveling to Pittsburgh with, Aaron and Zeely, want to leave in the morning. But I'd like to get a full stream in on Friday. Pittsburgh's like 2 hours away. I don't really feel like I need to get there early and experience anything. Like, I just gonna pop in, play, pop out kind of deal. So, yeah. So I still got to talk about my Friday plans with my fellow travelers. Dude, why are there like the smallest little fruit flies in my studio? It's disgusting. I don't know, man. What's there to experience in Pittsburgh? Pittsburgh's a fine city. It's fine. I'm not going to go hating on a good working class city. All right? Yeah, Pittsburgh is just fine. It's even kind of unique, you know? I think the funniest thing about being in Pittsburgh is that is like you can like look out on like the hills, and there's like you can see like houses and homes out on like hills on the outskirts of the city, which is like was always strange to me growing up on the East Coast. Like I had never visited a city where I could like see, you know, homes out on the hills, living and growing up on the East Coast until I was in Pittsburgh for the first time. And then I would notice that on the West Coast, there's like a lot of that because there's like mountains and hills everywhere. But, you know, Maryland, where I grew up, it's pretty flat. Not a lot. I mean, the Western Maryland, maybe, but yeah, wasn't used to seeing all that. And, yeah, so I'm going to be going to Pittsburgh this weekend. I feel like the format's not very different than it was at Worlds, so I haven't been doing, you know, going crazy with the testing for Pittsburgh, because it's like, you know, man, yeah, I'm still getting caught up from the trip to Japan, really. I felt like the trip to Japan took all month to kind of recover from. And it's like basically the same format, you know, almost nothing has changed. And that's kind of a blessing because it's like, well, there ain't too much else to, you know, discover. It's just a matter of making the right meta call for Pittsburgh and trying to deduce, trying to figure out where everyone else's mind is at right? And then trying to make a good call for that expected metagame. We got new art rare cards from Raging Surf. That Groudon is mighty nice. That Snorunt is mighty nice too. These look fantastic. Love it. No, I think Miraidon's too hot. I feel like too many people are playing Miraidon. That's my concern. I feel like it's too much of a known quantity now. So we got the new art rares. We got McDonald's cards. Right. Cool. Look at them hollow patterns. Now that looks nice. Yeah, I'll give it to TPCI there. This hollow pattern looks sick. I love this. As far as like a glittery promo card looks, I think this looks phenomenal. The thing about Mew is like nobody wants to respect it, so it's still kind of low key. Everybody just expects everybody else to respect Mew, and nobody wants to do it themselves, right? Yeah, those hollow foils look phenomenal. Big into that. That looks great. Cool. And the official card decks app to be discontinued. I didn't really... I think I kind of knew that this existed. I think I heard that it didn't have a very good review. Yeah. 2.8. Like, yeah. So, still higher than TCG Live. 2.5. Right. It just seems like it kind of suffered from a lot of the same issues, just not really being, what players want or Pokemon fans want from a official Pokemon application. I don't know why anybody wouldn't just use pkmncards.com. I mean, honestly, it ain't that just the way it goes. Like any, pkmncards.com is just like, why wouldn't you just use this over something like that? As far as like looking up cards and learning more about them, right? It's just, pkmncards.com is by far the most intuitive, database. Because it's an app on your phone, but you can just go to pkmncards.com on your phone. There's no reason to have an app for something that's on a website. Like, you prefer native apps? I mean, I guess. For me, I just pull up Safari and look up PKMN cards on my phone, and it's no big deal, right? Some websites look bad on mobile, but not this. This website looks really good on mobile. Right? I mean, has y'all ever looked at pkmncards.com on mobile? It looks really good. However, I've got good news for you if you are a big app person. Dragon Shield's got an app. Okay? So if you're a big app stan, all right? It's got 4.5 review. Okay? You should definitely check that out. It's a pretty neat app. It's got like a collection manager in it. So you can keep all of your cards. You can scan your cards in and things like that. You can keep all of your cards that you have in your collection, like logged in the app, and then it'll tell you like how much your collection's worth based on market value. Like it's a cool app. It's a cool little app. So definitely recommend this if you like using apps to keep track of your collection. Check out the Dragon Shield Poké TCG scanner application. That's pretty fire. But if you're just looking up cards, I mean, PKMNcards.com is like, in my mind, the best app. Doesn't oh, that's cool, Wheat. Doesn't who doesn't dude have a mobile app for Pokemon card collecting? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Jake Gearhart. Doesn't Jake Gearhart have one? I'm pretty sure he's got one, right? At least I've heard of it. Yeah, Pokegear? Yeah, what is that application? I think Jake Gearhart has an application that he's done. It's for deck building. Ah, see? Yeah, but honestly, I don't know. I think there's such a thing as app bloat. I think there can be too many apps. Like, who needs all these apps? And then they need to be updated and upkept. Like, I just don't think. I feel like there's more apps than are necessarily in the world. Does anybody else feel that way? I feel like there's too many apps. There don't need to be an app for everything. There doesn't need to be an app for everything. Straight up, doesn't need to be an app for everything. Okay, it just doesn't. Apps are what? There just doesn't need to be an app for everything. You got too many apps. I got an app to help you organize your apps. Dude, don't need all these apps, man. Some apps are good. I mean, I like a good app, but do I need the Fandango app on my phone? Like, probably not, okay? Do I need the Pokemon TCG Live app on my phone? Absolutely not. I've got the Sheets app downloaded on my phone. Do I need the DirecTV app downloaded onto my phone? I mean, this can just segue into, like, listen, phones, who needs phones anyway, you know? I was reading a New York Times article this morning. Let's see. Can you do a search up in here? It was the guy, he's just living in the forest, dude, looking for wildfires. It was crazy. Let's see. And he just lives out there by himself. New York Times wildfire spotter. Yeah. Yeah. This, bro. These people just live out there on the mountains, like, by themselves. He just lives with his dog in this little cabin, man. And his job is to just keep an eye out for forest fires. Isn't that sick? Like the simple life, you know? like Gondor, right? Like the torches of Gondor, literally. I know, like that in 2023. Yeah, like real life Rob Swanson's. That's what I'm saying. And they just live out here in the mountains. They talk to nobody. They interact with nobody. And they just keep an eye out for fires. That's it. Yeah. Keeping a lookout over that way. Keeping a lookout over that way. I'm keeping a lookout over that way. Like, look at that look at that, man. Imagine living out there. That's crazy. Some people live like that. You know, like that blows my mind. I mean, I could never. A bunch of lighthouse caretakers. It's exactly like lighthouse caretakers, yes. Just an outhouse, man. He needs a big DoorDash tip. It takes a certain kind of person to be a lookout. A lot of people think, oh, I could do that, and they do it for a year and flame out. There's Smokey. Well, that's what I kind of had like a similar, you know, reaction to when I climbed Mount Fuji. When I climbed Mount Fuji, you know, the crew that lives like in the cabin and serves the climbers in like the cabins up on stations, you know, 7, 8, and 9, they live up there all season. Like they just, which the season's only 3 or 4 months, but that's what they do every year. Like they climb Mount Fuji and then they work the cabins up on Mount Fuji for like the entire climbing season. And like they just live kind of, you know, they just kind of live very bare bones up there. But they, you know, they love it. Like this, imagine just like you living in a little cabin with your dog, dude. And this isn't just like for a season. Like this dude just lives out here. Like lives out. He is posted up, bro, with his little alarm clock, his little radio. That's so nuts, man. So yeah, I was reading this article this morning and I was kind of looking at it like, dang, it's kind of, there's something romantic about it, you know? I know I could never. I think taking a sabbatical to like live off the grid would be pretty sick though. I could see like a sabbatical or like a trip or like a, there's something there that's worth experiencing, but I'd have no longevity. Well, it would take a while to like even get used to it. You know, I mean, I've been camping, but I've been camping before. This is like different. Like you are out there, dude. Even when you're camping, like a lot of times you're kind of a reasonable drive from a Walmart or something. It's like it's almost impossible to escape like a corner store or a Walmart or something. These guys are out here, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, climbing Mount Fuji was one of the most like important experiences I'd ever had in my life, and honestly, it was just like it felt like, you know, kind of like a 24-hour cleanse, really. I can't imagine going years or months. How long did it take me to climb? I think we started at station 5 at 1 p.m. and we made it to station 8.5, which is like very close to the summit, by 5:35, something like that. So like 4 hours to get there, and then we stayed at station 8.5. We got some vacancies there, which was just we totally luck-sacked into because we didn't plan ahead. And we got to stay overnight, and then woke up at 2 a.m., made our way to the summit, and then climbed down in about 2.5 hours. We were going fast on the way down, but I'd say the way down would probably take 3 to 4 hours normally, but we were like hustling. But yeah, that was sick. Anyways, who needs all that technology, you know? How long before the sunrise did I make the summit? About 20 minutes. 30 minutes. We made it to the summit. I remember we made it to the summit at 4:20 a.m. Exactly. And then sunrise was at 4:57. So yeah, they say that they're shutting down the Pokédex app, the Pokemon Card Dex app. And it didn't have great reviews, honestly. But they say that they're dedicating all of their resources. Is there really a vending machine up there? You betcha. There's a bunch. There are vending machines everywhere in Japan, okay? Everywhere. There are vending machines everywhere. Yes, they're a vending machine. That was it was like very funny seeing them on top of Mount Fuji, but like they're literally everywhere. No, not Pokemon card vending machines. For drinks. for beverages. Oh, that's sick. Sticks. Right. I mean, really, the only stuff you can get on the mountain is like food. You could get food, you can get oxygen, and you can get like headlamps. It's like they're not selling any, you know, real material goods. Like they got to keep the mountain, you know, relatively clear of all that. Godzilla -0? Yes, I am. I just I saw that that's coming out. What? In about 100 days or so. I decided there's like 30-something Godzilla movies. I decided I need to watch as many of them as I can. Yeah, there's like 33 or 35 Godzilla movies, and I realize I've only ever seen the American adaptations, and those ones all pretty much stink. So I was like, all right, I'm going to start watching all the Japanese Godzilla movies. And I want to watch the one. Did you know that the first Godzilla movie is from 1954? Did you know that? It's insane. Oh, heck yeah. Godzilla's sick. Well, I started being a fan of Godzilla when I lived in Japan, like originally. in the 90s, and I had a bunch of Godzilla action figures and, you know, things like that. And then I visited the Godzilla, one of the Godzilla stores in Tokyo, and I bought a big Godzilla figure, like one of those big hulking ones. I got Godzilla 2000 figurine. He's got like blue spikes on his back. He is super gnarly. So I bought one of those when I was in Japan this year. I bought one and was able to transport it home, which was kind of difficult, but I got it. And then I decided I'm going to start watching all that. I also have a baby Godzilla figurine from when I was a kid, and it's super sick. Let's see, eBay. You probably see all the crazy Godzilla stuff I've been looking up on eBay. Pokemon cards and Godzilla stuff. Yep. Let's see, Godzilla 2000 figure. I wonder if they got the one. I think they had it on Japan Figure. Let's see, japanfigure.com. Dang it. Japan Figure. Japan Figure. Godzilla. Godzilla figurines are like the dopest, honestly. That Godzilla movie from 1998 is like the worst Godzilla movie of all time, by the way. It's like, which is funny because that's the one that I like remember coming out when I was a kid, and it was terrible. I mean, it was marketed like crazy, but it is the worst Godzilla movie ever created. Like, meme status. Bro, I know you got the figure on here, bro. Yo, look at him. He goes crazy. This one? This is it. Yeah. I got this dude in Japan. Right here. I'm so amped, man. Yeah, this is the guy that I picked up in Tokyo. Right here. He's so gnarly, man. How big? 40 centimeters tall. So he's good size, like 40 centimeters. Yeah, this dude freaking owns. So I got this proudly displayed on my mantle right now next to all my video games and stuff. And so like I got this because I have a Godzilla figure from when I was a kid, not a baby, like when I was like 6 or 7. I have a couple of Godzilla figurines from when I was a kid, and one of the ones that I have, let's see, little Godzilla, is this guy. Look how freaking cute he is, dude. Yeah, so I've got this one from when I was 5. I've got little baby Godzilla. Isn't he so cute? Look, 1994. Like, literally, I have this exact figure. Yeah. Bandai, 1994, made in Japan. Yeah. I've got this exact figure in my... Like, so then I've got... So I always had baby Godzilla, and then I've got, like, a little space Godzilla figurine from when I was a kid as well, but he's just, like, a little gachapon-like guy. But then I was like, all right, I need like a big boy Godzilla to go with my baby Godzilla from when I was a kid. And it made sense because I was like, all right, well, I've got this baby Godzilla from when I was like, from when I was like 7 in Japan, right? When I was a baby, when I was a kid. And then I visited Japan again as an adult, and I got the big The big boy. Yes. Yeah, Godzilla's so sick. The other, I really want like a mecha Godzilla. These guys are freaking sick, dude. I know. I wonder how many Godzilla figures I can assemble. I wonder how many Godzilla figurines I can get in my collection before before my wife starts to notice. Am I right? I'm just kidding. I've got the baby Godzilla and the big Godzilla is really all I need. But I definitely, I got my eyes on a Mecha Godzilla and a Mothra eventually. All right. Listen, Mothra is so sick. So I kind of need. Godzilla's really sick because it's like a story that was created after World War II in response to like the atom bombs. And then like Godzilla is a creature that was reanimated by the radiation from the bombs. And it's like, yeah, Godzilla's like fascinating, really. I mean, you have it, and like the original movie that came out in the 50s is like really kind of culturally significant for Japan, right? And then, you know, the creature kind of like grows and evolves. Like sometimes it's like kind of good. Sometimes Godzilla's like bad, right? It's like got this kind of, he's just a monster, you know? But he's not always bad. He's not, you know, sometimes he's neutral, sometimes he's bad, sometimes he's good. It's like, he's got this dimension to him, you know? Which, yeah, he stomp and destroy, but sometimes he stomp and destroy the badder guy. Yo, yes, Dave, 100%. And that's one of the things that got me so fascinated in it is like I have this very lucid memory of seeing one of like there were some kids that were a little bit older than me when I lived in Japan who had like big Godzilla figure collections. And I remember thinking they were the coolest things I'd ever seen in my life when I was like 7. I was like, this is the dopest thing I have ever seen. So yeah, I had like, and living in Japan, you know, the things that I came away from Japan thinking were like the coolest. And I moved to Japan in like 92 and I left in 95. And so the 3 years I spent there, I came away loving Power Rangers and Godzilla. Those were like the two. Yeah. And keep in mind, I was like 5, 6, and 7. It was Power Rangers and Godzilla. I didn't get really into like Dragon Ball, though I saw it around. Dragon Ball was out then, right? I'm like pretty sure. When did Dragon Ball Z come out? Maybe I'm... I like kind of remember... 89. Yeah. Yeah, so I definitely remember there being Dragon Ball. That's so crazy, dude. 89? Yeah. Like Dragon Ball was there, but I wasn't super into Dragon Ball. It was Japanese Power Rangers and Godzilla. And Ultraman, too. Let's see. Was it these guys? Super Sentai? No, I think it was actually Power Rangers. Power Rangers Japan. Yeah. Yeah. Stuff like that. Yeah, I was super into like stuff like this. Yeah, and that's Power Rangers. Yeah, 100%. Yep. Japanese Power Rangers was like huge for me. Absolutely huge. I used to watch tons of this, bro. It's Super Sentai in Japan. Yeah. Yeah, Power Rangers were insane. Power Rangers was the rebrand of Sentai in English actors. All right, that makes sense then. Yes. So I watched. Yes, I was super into this in Japan. Power Rangers or Super Sentai. I couldn't read it, so I didn't know what it was called. I just knew that my parents called them Power Rangers. It's like I couldn't read it, so I didn't know what to call them. I just thought they were sick. I don't know, man. I used to watch them. They used to battle monsters. Like it was right up my alley. All right. No, I haven't kept up with Power Rangers anything recently. I just was into it when I lived in Japan. Yeah, I like dressed up as Power Rangers. The Green Ranger plays cards on Twitch. That's sick. I dressed up as the Power Rangers for Christmas, or not for Christmas, for Halloween. Dressed up as Power Rangers for Christmas. I dressed up as Power Rangers for Halloween multiple years. I was the White Ranger one year, and I was the Green Ranger another year. And my sister was the Yellow Ranger. Yeah, we were big Power Ranger fans. And then Ultraman as well. Yeah, Ultraman was also sick. Kind of right up there with that Power Ranger vibe. I was super into Ultraman. I thought Ultraman was like the coolest. Yeah. I was very excited to see Ultraman still kicking around. You know, because I used to see tons of Ultraman stuff when I was in Japan as a kid. And then, you know, you go back 27 years later, and sure enough, Ultraman's still going hard as ever. So, yeah, Ultraman's still very big. But yeah, those were the franchises that I was like the most into when I was a kid in Japan. It was Godzilla, Ultraman, and Power Rangers. Those three specifically. And there are so many. There just are so many. The genre of these shows is called tokusatsu. Cool. Play Tyranitar or Aggron. We are at the silly deck tier Greninja rank. So we could play silly decks. Build a Godzilla deck? So true. All right. Tyranitar is definitely the most Godzilla Pokemon. By far. Like, by a lot. Baxcalibur? That's just Cope Caliber, all right? That's not Godzilla. Tyranitar is way closer. Thank you, Dragons Danglers, for the sub in the 9 months. How is Baxcalibur literally Godzilla? How? He is not. Oh, here we go again. Which one of these Pokemon would be most likely to be named King of Monsters? Okay. Baxcalibur cannot be anything he wants. No. Tyranitar. Primal Groudon. Oh, yeah, look at it. I'm sorry. Y'all are... even this is the coolest rendition of Baxcalibur that exists, and it's not even official. Yeah, Baxcalibur fans are coping. That dude is not cool. Groudon, he is cool. Extremely cool. Cool. Well, here's the thing, is Godzilla is cool and Baxcalibur is not cool, so therefore Baxcalibur cannot be Godzilla, understand? Well, in order for someone to look like Godzilla, they gotta be cool. Thank you, Tribal Chief, for the sub in the 4 months. Yeah, Tyranitar, he is cool. Oh, yeah. Future Tyranitar? Is there a future Tyranitar? Is this real? Or is this fake? That's a Paradox Pokemon? What? Oh, Tyranitar is definitely Godzilla. He's even got Mecha. He's even got Mecha Godzilla. Look, that's Mecha Godzilla right there. Iron Thorns. Iron Thorns is cool, man. Electric Rock type? Please release a Lightning type Iron Thorns. Please, dude. For Gym Leader Challenge format. Please. Oh, the shiny? Yeah, that's pretty sick. Paradox Magneton. I've seen it's got feet. Look, that is Godzilla, bro. Dang, look how crazy Tyranitar. Go. No, I haven't. I didn't get to this point in the game. I don't know. I got to the... yeah, that card goes crazy. I got to, like, the end game and stopped playing. I don't know. I didn't have the... I didn't think Scarlet and Violet were very good games, frankly. If I'm being honest. I played Scarlet. I played the game, like, I beat the final boss or whatever. I just didn't do any post game because I was kind of like, I'm just gonna go through. You know, I'm just gonna play the game. You know, I've played every single Pokemon game. You know, I wasn't gonna skip a generation, but I'm not gonna lie. Like, I got to, you know, I got through the story and was like, yeah, I'm done. I was so upset that you couldn't go inside shops. The world just felt so vacant and cheap. Yeah, I went to Area Zero. Yeah. The whole world felt vacant and cheap. Seeing, like, people in the distance operate at, like, 2 frames per second, it just took me out of my immersion. I couldn't stay immersed. I just didn't care. It really felt like it was just a cheap experience. Yeah. So I love the Pokemon. I love Pokemon designs. I like the characters. I like the stories. Yeah. Like, I like all of that. But the game itself didn't feel like an experience that was worth my time. Yeah, they very clearly, like, are trying to create a big 3D open world game way too fast. Like, very, very, very clearly. Oh, says the guy who plays TCGL for a living. And what do I say about this? Listen, I could deal with 1 shoddy Pokemon experience, but not 2, all right? I got to spare myself somewhere. I actually enjoyed Sword and Shield more than Scarlet and Violet. Because I felt like at least the game felt like it didn't feel like they had overextended themselves too far. The dopest parts about Sword and Shield were like the Glimwood Tangle and the mine or whatever, right? The Galar mine. Like, those are some of the most memorable, you know, areas of any Pokemon game, in my opinion. Like, I felt like these areas were really beautiful and cool, right? Oh, I didn't like the wild area. Yes. But some of these route designs were, like, really dope. Like, I really liked the Galar Mine. I liked the Galar Mine a lot. I remember getting to the Galar Mine and being like, whoa, this is sick. You know? And the Glimwood Tangle. Of course it's a single path, but my argument is that single path looks better than the bloated open world game that operates at 2 frames per second, okay? So the thing is that, like, they're staying within their limits. Like, yeah, it's not infinite, but at least it's not trash, right? You understand? Yeah, like, I thought this looked dope. Like, I thought all of this looked so good. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it looked so good that, like, I could stay immersed because the game looked pretty, right? It looked, as soon as something starts operating at 2 frames per second, like, I'm out, dude. I'm out. You know, I'm out. I can't do it. You know, I see, like, the windmill, you know, glitching around in the background. Like, I'm out. Not going to play this game. It's just not, it's gross. I, like, also couldn't. Well, the problem, it wasn't just the frame rate. It was, like, the fact that you couldn't go in the buildings either. It felt like the entire game, like, when I'm playing a game and I feel like I feel like I'm constantly coming up against things where I'm like, that's a shortcut. Then it takes me out of, it makes me not want to play the game, right? Because I'm like, why am I wasting my time? Why am I going to waste my time on something that clearly wasn't given the time it needed to succeed, right? I was like, they're trying, yeah, like I'm not going to do that. Right? The more blatant things you encounter that feel shortcutted, the less I want to play the game. So, right, and that's, yeah, Code 19. I wanted to explore every building. That's part of, in my mind, that's part of exploring the town, is going into buildings, talking to the people, seeing what they have to say. And it was like, what's the point of having this big, expansive world if I can't actually explore any of it, right? It didn't feel like, it felt like they missed the point. Like, the world should feel rich and deep. But it's like they made this big world that felt vacant and deserted. And, you know, I hope that they take that feedback seriously going into the next one. Like, Pokemon fans don't need a new game every holiday season, okay? And I think like that, I think that's something that a lot of us can agree on, is that we don't need a new Pokemon game every holiday season. We can wait for a really good game, right? Just like Zelda or anything else. Am I buying the expansion? No, I'm never booting up that game again. I'm serious. Like, it was that bad. Like, no. I am, like, I don't, you know, like, no, I'm not downloading the expansion. I'm not doing any of that. Like, I'm serious. I did not like their execution, and I don't want to support it. I did not like the execution of Scarlet and Violet. Now I'm gonna keep my head up for the next generation. You know, and I'm hopeful that their next effort, and I will try all of their efforts. I will, you know, like I'm not gonna just give up on Pokemon as a franchise. Of course not. But, you know, I'm staying hopeful for the, you know, for the next entry in the series. And I seriously hope that they took the, you know, the feedback from Scarlet and Violet to heart, right? Ecal Subin, TPCI does not release the Pokemon games. That's the Pokemon Company. No, TPCI is an international branch of the Pokemon Company, an international subsidiary that is based in the UK and Washington State. It's not the same stuff. It's not. It's literally, they're extremely different. The Pokemon Company and TPCI are extremely different. Well, I think that a lot of it actually is a pet peeve of mine, because I feel like a lot of people blame TPCI for stuff that they have absolutely. No, it's something that happens all the time, Jake. Yeah. People blame TPCI for stuff that they're not responsible for, and people give TPCI credit for stuff they're also not responsible for. So I feel like it's important to make that distinction, right? It is. Because there's a lot of people who work for TPCI that have nothing to do with any of the construction of the games or anything like that. I mean, everybody, pretty much. You know, when you're talking about organized play and printing cards, that's TPCI's, you know, printing English or international cards other than Japanese cards, or organized play, or the Pokemon TCG Live. Those are TPCI. But I hope that the Pokemon Company, I do hope that the Pokemon Company takes the criticism of their mainline game seriously. I don't know. It's tough because it's like it is such a convoluted organization, right? I mean, you've got Creatures, you've got Game Freak, you've got Nintendo, right? Well, that's the thing is like Nintendo doesn't really put out garbage games, right? Nintendo, I feel like pretty much all of Nintendo's like mainline games are very like there's a lot of quality control effort that goes into them, and I feel like they very much pride themselves on that. And then like Pokemon is kind of like the black sheep in that regard, right? Well, Jake, my counter argument would be that they could restructure the way that they release everything else, right? Or they could restructure the way that they talk and release Pokemon in general. Like, why does a new generation of video games have to be the way that Pokemon fans learn about new Pokemon or new characters or new stories? It doesn't have to be that way. It's all made up. They could do it however they want to, right? It's all made up. Like it's made up. They could do things however they want to do things. They could restructure it if they want to. They're not stuck. They've kind of built something that is inflexible, but they could restructure it to be more flexible. And that's the thing, is that they keep making record profits, so it's like, yeah, who's really gonna, are they really gonna care? That's valid. Are they gonna care to restructure when everything is working, right? Arc can't be the play. You ever tried to set up a stage 2 Pokemon without Arceus? Okay. It stinks. Arceus says, go get your rare candies. It's not easy, all right? Yeah, well, not Gardevoir has a bunch of stage 1s that say draw cards. And also, you only need to set up one stage 2. Oh, yeah, this is going to be hugely successful. Poppy? Gotta take that card out. Why do I got the Lost Vacuum in here? Four Ultra Balls, one Switch, one Rope, two Raihan, couple Artisan, couple Choice Belts, 4 Iono, 3 Research. Don't need the double turbo. Lucario? Listen. I'm just trying to get my stage 2 Pokemon into play. Alright, this is what we doing. This is how we do it. Probably need let's do a Cheryl. Right? What do you do? 120 damage, discard the top 2 cards. Annihilate. Man. How you spell annihilate, bro? 2 N's? This card is not good. I will not put a... What are we going to do? A Godzilla vs. King Kong deck? Is that what we're doing? $70 damage for each prize card your opponent has taken. Oh, Lord. Okay. The rods. See, the problem with this deck is that it's not very good. It's a major issue. That's the major problem. If I had to try and figure out one glaring issue, yeah, Godzilla vs. Kong was a lot of fun. Is that this deck is just not very good. It's a problem. You don't need 3/4 of these cards? Like what? You don't need Bibarel. Gengar puts damage counters on yourself. Manaphy stops your guys from getting Radiant Greninja'd. I mean, I don't need Palpad, but then I'm going to need a second or third Boss Disorders, guaranteed. I don't have many supporter cards in the deck. You need a couple of switch cards if you're going to play Bibarel. I guess I could cut Bibarel, but then the deck's really not going to work. And if I cut Bibarel, then I need to add in at least 4 more supporter cards. Because you can't just play a deck with 8 supporters. You just can't. You need more supporters like that. So you want me to remove Bibarel and add 4 trekking shoes and call it a day, huh? Like, no. It's like there is no turbo Tyranitar. Like, what are you turboing, like? It's definitely more of like a... It seems like it's a deck that's more suited for like path and like a slow methodical strategy, like healing and Cheryl and stuff like that. I do like that the Pupitar can put damage counters on your own guys. That's interesting. Every deck has 1-hit KO, so what's the point of healing? You're right. All right. What if do Squawkabilly right, and that can help get guys into the discard pile. Squawkabilly can also help you reach for your turn 1 battle VIP passes. Three choice belts. Radiant Venusaur? Holy smokes. I don't even have any stadiums in here right now. Well, that's why I'm kind of thinking like a Pidge could be sick. But then we don't have any stadiums to counter it, so Pidge is silly. You just go 1 Bidoof, 1 Bibarel. You don't need Gapejaw, just use Gengar, right? All right, here we go. Today is the day. This is it. Tyranitar is happening today. Well, that's why we're playing silly decks today, is because I'm at 600 rank, so I can't rank down. Perfect silly deck day. Heck yes, I'd like to go first. Give me a second. There we go. Get chat up there. I don't know. I don't keep track of where I rank on the ladder, and I don't really try to rank up. I just kind of just build silly decks for the content. To me, this platform is more about just like practicing with different decks than it is about trying to rank up with a certain deck. If I wanted to get to 1,000 tomorrow, what deck would I play? Lost Tina. Whee! 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 My Larvitar deck! I just don't care about this client at all. I just don't. I don't care about the rewards. I don't care about the rank. I don't care about it. Just, to me, like, why? Maybe if the game was better constructed, I would care a little bit. But also from like a content creator perspective, you know, I see it more of like a sandbox where I can kind of just show off different strategies than something necessarily where I need to try and try very hard to rank up. You know? But I get why some people are into that. For me, the rank that I care about the most is the championship point rank, or my qualifying for Worlds. That's how I, the IRL tournaments are where I get competitive. For me, like here on live, this is where I play and goof around, right? Thank you, Peter. Well, yeah, this is terrible. All right. Appreciate you, Peter, for the sub and the 32 months. Right, and that's the thing, is like I have other avenues that I compete in, so I don't really focus too much on the ladder, because the ladder for me is just like a sandbox to kind of play around and mess around with. But I get that. Dang, why is stream chat not moving? I get that some people, you know, enjoy the competitive aspect of trying to rank up. And I get that. I've felt that before on like Magic Arena, like playing that. I've been like, oh, this is pretty cool. I'm going to try and get as high of a rank as I can. But part of what was motivating me about Magic Arena is that it's a very beautiful client. It's very fun to play. Right? Which made it much easier to care. Looks like I'm up against an Arceus deck with my Tyranitar deck. It's Arceus Giratina. This should be a pretty good matchup for us because I can one-hit KO all of these Pokemon. No problem. Got a nice opening hand with 3 research. Goodbye. And I can corkscrew punch. It's like I might as well corkscrew punch with the choice belt. It kind of like softens them up enough. Or it's like I don't really have enough cards to be able to Raihan for the 230. That's crazy. And you take Darkness Energy, so I'll never be able to do that attack. All right, I'm going to go here and just corkscrew punch for 20. That's fine. But the issue is that this Arceus is going to knock out my poor Larvitar, and then I'm kind of behind on energy attachments. But that's okay. We'll figure it out. I mean, I've got 2 copies of Raihan in the deck, but I'm not set up enough to be able to use them right now. Right, I need to have, like, a board established before I can really do that. Maybe they miss. They didn't miss. Dang it. What the heck, dude? They always have it. Never lucky. Gosh. Okay. And now I can Starbirth. You see why I feel like we got to put Arceus in this deck? Arceus is so good at getting whatever 2 cards you want out of the deck and putting them into your hand, you know? When it comes to picking 2 cards out of your deck and putting them into your hand, Arceus does it the best. It does it real good. But you're right, Arceus is way too serious. And we need to try and win with silly strategies only. You're so right. Okay. Here comes Larvitar. Yo! Okay. Choice Belt. Ultra Ball. Thank God. Yeah, no, I'm 2-hit KOing this, but that's okay. Industrious Incisors. Oh, lordy. God, please. Why? Okay. Man. Oh, I can pop Gengar out. Okay, that's good. That's good. Gengar's in the discard pile. KO the Bidoof. The Bidoof is an odd prize. I do not need that thing. What I need to do is boss the Tina next turn, Lightning Rampage it, and hope that I draw into a Larvitar or something. Yeah, I guess I should put Squovid in here. I guess. There's so much path. I feel like the Pidgeot, it's like the Pidgeot's not just a 101 investment. It's like a 101 plus 4 stadium counters investment, which is just way too much. And that's the thing, is you just have to hit, with decks like this, you have to hit Battle VIP past turn 1, right? There's no chance. Superior. You could play Mew, but there's not a lot of switch cards in this deck either. You see the dilemma? I just need to open double Battle VIP pass every game. Is that too much to ask? All right, I got the Rod. Okay, that's fine. And then I'll attach this. I'll bring out Gengar. Okay. I can boss up Giratina. I mean, ideally, I find Larvitar and slap a choice belt on it. He's still got 110 hit points left. Yeah, we'll go to the Gengar. It does not matter there, but I need to find a backup attacker, or else I'm like losing for sure. Yeah, well, you know, that's fine. Give him the old Lightning Rampage for 280 damage. And we are taking 2 prize cards, but having a little bit of a tough time. I guess I can promote Gengar and Screaming Circle. Just Raihan on to like... But then, so you're going to take 2 and go to 3 and then go to 2. Yeah, it's a little bit frustrating, but I mean, I guess it's possible. It feels like I'm trying so hard to win right now with a very convoluted strategy where I could just be winning much easier with a less convoluted strategy. It's like I'm trying to win with a very bad deck. All right, I've got the Luminous Energy. I can Gengar for like some amount of damage, I guess. But the Gengar doesn't even feel good because it just puts me on... It puts me back on even prizes for my opponents. Yeah, we'll probably cut this guy. It was originally for Mew VMAX, but I think like the big guy is probably just fine against Mew VMAX. What's up, Alpha? How you doing? Do that, and Iono. Okay. Do that. Ultra Ball, do that. And Industrious Incisors. Okay. And Screaming Circle. Sure. Oh boy. I mean, I guess if I just get a Tyranitar out and go like swing, then I can just win, which is kind of cool. Stop that. And they have no way of one-hit KOing the Tyranitar. Why does stream chat keep getting stuck? Tell me why. I don't know. I'll keep an eye on it. Now, the problem with this is, like, I need... Well, I was going to say I need Raihan, but I guess I don't need Raihan if they're going to attack with this Arceus V-Star. I'm only doing 2, 4, 6, 80 damage here. It's not enough. So we have to put up Larvitar. And I have to hope that I find Rare Candy Tyranitar EX off of this Iono. It's pretty sick. Okay. Iono. Rare Candy Tyranitar, baby. Come on. Yeah, just like that. So easy, dude. Yep. Dang. You just lost a Tyranitar, man. I don't want to speak too soon, but let's see. Sidewinder, you've already V-starred. You can't even Sidewinder. If you attack with Superior, it's over. I mean, you could boss up Gengar. I can bring it back! Oh, you're just trying to Gustall? And then what? You're going to try and Tail Smash it for 80? I guess that's their only play. Tail Smash the Gengar? No, can't even do that. I should have grabbed a Pokemon. Well, I guess allow myself to Gengar or to Bibro. Yeah. Rope. Luminous Energy, Rare Candy. And I'll retreat. And Mountain Hurl. Seems fine. Save the rope so I can rope. And I guess I could theoretically rope retreat for game if I can't find another basic fighting energy. I have played Magic the Gathering before, yes. That's it. You're done, buddy. Tyranitar with the huge choice belt over top of his face is taking the fat dubski. GG's, GG's, GG's. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Tyranitar. All right, yeah, this guy probably shouldn't be in the deck. I can't imagine myself ever wasting a rare candy on a single prize Pokemon. Lucario? No, I'm not putting Lucario in here, okay? No. No, no, no. The deck's already bad. Why are you trying to make it worse? Oh, yeah, now we're cooking, dude. I feel like a Cheryl is cool. But I guess it's probably just a win more card. Yeah, it's a win more card. It's a win more card, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's a win more card. All right. Nah, the Squawk is sick. Caw. Squawk allows you to draw 6 additional cards on your first turn of the game. That's pretty good. Especially when you need to hit those battle VIP pass. What does a win more card mean? It means it doesn't actually help you turn a losing game into a winning game. It just helps you turn an already winning game into a win more game, which doesn't matter, right? So win more cards are like, it's like you're already set up and you're doing everything perfectly, and it's not a card that's going to help flip any matchups. If that makes sense. Like Cheryl is not a card that's going to help you when you're losing. I got the Battle VIP pass, but... Oh, yeah, I got the Squawk, dude. We got the caw. See, y'all were haters on the Squawk lifestyle until he saved us. And now what? Caw. Sheesh. And now we're cooling. There we go. See? The Squawk fixes everything. See how fire that was? Dang. When they ditch 2 Nest Ball off the Culver's experiment, you know their hand is cracked. Alright, looks like from the Lightning Energy, it's probably Turbo Lost Zone Box, which we should, hypothetically, be able to beat, hypothetically. But it might be tough. I mean, we need to get a bunch of big Pokemon set up very quickly. And then start using Iono, right? We're hoping that for some reason they don't get a turn 1 Cramorant. That would be sick. I'm pretty sure it's just Larvitar, so that if I do get Rare Candy Tyranitar, yeah, they got nothing, dude. Town Store. Tool card. Why are you playing Charm? Okay, maybe this deck has... I don't know. I mean, I'll gladly go get my choice belts. That's fine. A Rare Candy in the discard pile. I feel like that... Well, it's just Iono. I feel like I could live with a Rare Candy in the discard pile. And they didn't really do anything, so... I'll Town Store. See how many Rare Candies I have left. Only 2? Then I'll Iono, I think. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, this would be better as a Colress here. I do play 2 Colress in this deck, but it is worth noting. Oh, baby. Come on. Now is the time. Super Rod. Put just the fighting back into the deck. Ultra Ball. I guess I could have Ultra Ball. Yeah, I was going to save both Tyranitars and just go for greed, huh? That's fine. And this is such a kind of a irresponsible play. I should have Ultra Balled away Tyranitar, put it back into the deck. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just Corkscrew Punch and then Raihan next turn if they take a knockout. It's no biggie. But yeah, I think in hindsight, I should have Ultra Balled away a Tyranitar, kept the Colress, rotted the Tyranitar back into the deck, obviously, and then this turn I can reach with Colress to dig for the Rare Candy. But that's fine. I got Raikou. It's a bold choice putting that Raikou out. It's a real bold choice. I guess I don't have any guys with like damage counters on them right now. So I do need to think about that. But if they take a knockout, then I can just pop the Gengar out of my discard pile. I probably should keep a couple Luminous Energy just so that the Gengar can attack if I want it to. That's something that I did forget about. Cool. They take a knockout. I've got Raihan Rare Candy. No problem. We'll do that. Wow. I always want to thin the choice belts out of the deck. Okay. And then Rhyhorn there and get the rare candy. Rare candy into Big T-Tar. And Industrious Incisors for 2. Find an Ultra Ball, which is great. And I guess, I mean, they're at 5 in the Lost Zone. It's not a lot. They like could theoretically ramp to 10. I think I pretty much need to Ultra Ball away those. Go get Pupitar. And just say, like, all right, he's close. And then a Lightning Rampage for 300 with weakness. I don't need to pop the Gengar out yet. There's no reason for that. And then they shouldn't really be able to deal 340 damage very easily. That is the cool thing about Tyranitar, is he's freaking huge. He's gigantic. I mean, just absolutely massive. That is nice. And also, conveniently, just does 280 damage. Right? That's nice. 250 plus the choice. 280 to all, relevant Pokemon. I do think that maybe we should keep one of the single prize Tyranitars in the deck for a surprise knockout against Mew and Gardevoir EX, potentially. Send up the Squawk. If they knock out my Squawk with Raikou, that's okay with me, because I'll just evolve into Tyranitar, Iono, and knock out their Raikou in return. That's no problem. And they're benching again. This time I'll send up Manaphy. I don't really care about Manaphy anymore either, because I'm about to evolve up this Pupitar, and if they knock out the Manaphy, that's fine. I won't really bench any other little guys. They might have... Let's see, did they Culver's this turn? Are we really sending up Raikou to knock out Manaphy? No way. I mean, okay. Sure. But gonna have a bad time. It's just what it is. Gladly, Iono. And we got ourselves a Fighting Energy here. Ultra Ball away these. Fail it. Industrious Incisors. That. Fail it. Pop out the Gengar with Netherworld Gate. And he's got damage counters on him. Easy peasy. And then Lightning Rampage for 280 damage. Now, this is pretty crazy. I mean, once you get the Tyranitars established, you are just cranking out 280 damage every single turn, which is ridiculous. I mean, it's ridiculous. That's a lot of damage. It is. And Tyranitar is also a pretty cool dude. So I like that. 340 HP and not really a weakness that a lot of decks are playing right now. Lost Box decks don't really have a great way to deal with 340 hit point Tyranitars. And if they put any of their Pokemon V into play, you will just destroy them. And if you're playing against Lost Zone Giratina, you can one-hit KO the Giratinas easier than they can one-hit KO you, because they only have one real way to instant KO the Tyranitar with their V-Star power. And outside of that, it's like... Okay, so they're going to go Radiant Greninja. And what? I guess 90 damage to Tyranitar would put it at 250, so that technically a Dragonite could knock it out. That they're going to go Gengar and then soften up Bibarel and then maybe try to Sableye the Bibarel. But still, they've got 4 prizes left to take. And every time they take a prize, I'm just going to like slam Iono and just limit their hand over and over and over again. I do wish that the choice belts were not taking up the... Oh, no, the Echoing Horn, no. Wish that the choice belts weren't eating up, like, the entire frame of the card. That would be nice. I did... Yeah. Did worry a little bit about an Echoing Horn, but that's okay. Really... Okay, so now I have to worry about Sableye, right? Which could take 3 prizes. That is concerning, actually, with the Squovit here. Oh, yeah, I could just lose. In fact, I probably do. That stinks. You got 70. Well, okay. It's 70 and 60, so I don't lose yet. It's just close. Yikes. All right. Well, let's Iono. Attach there. Attach there. Probably should play a Collapsed in here or something. We're still learning this very early on in our deck list, okay? Lightning Rampage. We should probably play a Collapsed, I guess. Squawkabilly's really good. That Echoing Horn, though, with the Squovit. I'm not a big Squovit fan. I feel like this card is just Lost Box bait. I feel like Squovit loses me more games than it wins me. We're really hoping that my opponent just cannot find the psychic energy that they need. But I guess... I need to find Iono again. So they should knock out a single prize Pokemon, right? And they're going to get their other Sableye out. And they find Mirage Gate. They discard a Psychic, which is big. But if they can rod that back in, let's see. That's their 3rd Psychic. So hopefully they don't have a Rod. They do have a Rod. So then I pretty much just guaranteed lose, and there's nothing I can do about it. If I Iono them, I'm basically just going to Iono them straight into the energy that they just put back into the deck. And their deck... So at this point, I should not Iono them. I don't think. Yeah, some sort of healing card is necessary. Sad, I got nothing. Well, I guess the thing is that they've got all these cards. None of that really matters. You just hope that they don't have it. Yeah, thank you, Brandon, for the tier 3 sub. And the 58 months. Appreciate you. Thank you. And they just have the Psychic in their hands. Or Colress in their hand. Oh, Gates. I knew they had the Gates. Yeah. Dang, bro. Well, that stunk. So what? We need to play some Collapsed? This is why people complain that Sableye is too broken, because their bad decks always lose to it. And sure enough, here I am trying to play a bad deck, losing to Sableye. This card is not... I'll keep it. But it's not very good. I know, I said no bad decks yesterday. And yet, here we are. Bad decks do tend to play a lot of stage 2s, yeah. Collapsed. I like the 4 is good. I think just 2 Collapsed. It's probably fine. And then I could go one of the spicy Tyranitars. And like 2 Luminous Energy. Thank you, Tane Zero, for the Prime sub in 15 months. Gardevoir is built different. Gardevoir is different because it's a deck that has infinite energy acceleration, infinite damage, and near infinite draw power, all in the same evolution line. Gardevoir is the exception, not the rule, right? Gardevoir is incredibly broken right now. Yeah, imagine if there was like an incredibly broken Inteleon EX during like Inteleon's reign, right? Imagine. Most of us don't want to imagine that, but imagine that. Imagine if like, yeah, during Inteleon's time. Looks like I'm playing against Miraidon, and I've got an okay opening hand with Larvitar. Could Nest Ball. I think I probably will Squawk, yeah. Let's get the... Gonna rock out with my Squawk out. And then Ultra Ball. Get rid of those guys. Get another Larvitar. Rock out with my Squawk out. Yeah. And Super Rod. And Caw. And there's Bidoof. That's a pretty good hand. I like that. And pass. Let's see what my opponent's got turn one. Let's go Miraidon, tandem units, go get more dudes. This is a nice 4-card hand because I can just Raihan. I can attach to Larvitar Raihan for Bibarel, Industrious Incisors, and then Ultra Ball for the Tyranitar to go Rare Candy Tyranitar, something like that. And like just guaranteed get set up. The lightning onto the Zapdos is confusing there. I'm not exactly sure why they did that. I mean, I guess I know why they did it. They're like, I'm going to hit double generator on Raikou and then maybe hit Beach Court to retreat Zapdos, but it still seems like a misfire to me. Like you'd rather just say, I'm going to hit Switch or Escape Rope and then attach to the Raikou and then say, I'll hit generator for 1 there. Yeah, because look, now you got to pass, and that's not what you're trying to do, right? Well, I was expecting my opponent to take a knockout so that I could Raihan, and they didn't end up doing that. So what I will do then is Ultra Ball away, and the boss's orders. That's going to be my second boss down. It's incredibly cringe. Ultra Ball away. I guess just, yeah. Just what you got to do. Doesn't feel good. But that's what we got. Beebs. Let them have it. 5. There we go. Rare Candy, Tyranitar, give it to him. Mountain Hurl, 120 damage, discard 2. Yikes! Those are not the 2 cards that you want to discard off of Mountain Hurl, my guy. Those are like the opposites of the 2. Man, what's up with that? No chill, man. No chill. Absolutely zero chill. So now I'm down 2 rare candies. 2 boss's orders. Okay. It's fine. I should be able to just go like knockout, knockout, knockout game, right? And show who the superior lightning deck is. Show which deck is the more superior lightning deck. I got out Raichu. Yeah, you can start building up Raichu. Raichu is their only way of knocking me out. They need 6 energies in play. That's a lot. I don't feel like they're really close to 6 energy right now, especially if I'm like streaming knockouts. I know exactly how hard it is to hit 6 energy with this deck. And it ain't happening anytime soon. They also don't have a free retreater in play, which makes it even harder. We've got a pretty terrible looking hand situation going on. But hoping for a bailout. Now I need Ultra Ball Gengar. Well, we did not hit Ultra Ball Gengar. Or anything, really. So, this guy is terrible. He's coming right back out of the deck. Well, that's fine. Whatever. It's not good. But it is what it is. Yeah, I put just one of these back in the deck, thinking like maybe, maybe he'll find some use. Instant regret. They do have double Flaffy set up, which is scary. And another Arvin. They haven't used their V-Star yet. It feels like I'm hindering myself by not having a V-Star power in my deck. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we should have like a V-Star power in here. Okay. So I got Lightning Rondo for knockouts. I guess. Go Rare Candy Baby Tyranitar, look for the Luminous Energy. That certainly helps. I'm a little bit... Yeah. I only got one Rare Candy left, you know? They are not going to like this. Yeah, that's like not what you wanted to do. That's fine though. And then we Rare Candy into the active. Raihan here. Go get the Luminous Energy. Do that. Industrious Incisors for 2. Okay. And route for 150. It's fine. Kind of forces an odd prize. We got Ultra Ball off of the prizes, which is quite good. But I still don't have any Gengar in the discard pile, man. It's not cool. I don't like that. Got Generator. Got double Raichu set up. Yeah, this is... they're reaching a point where they've got too many energy in play, for sure. This is... Way too many energy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Huh. Do I have a rod in the deck? I've already used the rod. So I just lose now. These decks are so terrible, dude. They're so bad. I don't have any Larvitars left. I just prized one. And that's it. And there's nothing else we can do about it. Yeah. Dang, bro. This deck really stinks. Okay. One more change we got to make. Dax. Well, we never got Gengar into the discard pile, which was terrible. The Dark Tyranitar has to go. That thing's terrible. Again, if you're wasting a, evolving a stage 2 on that, you're just losing. We need another rod. Basically that. Okay. Here we go. One of Burnett to get Gengar. Just better off playing a third Gengar. You'll find it. Eventually. Luminous was for Gengar, but it's fine. You need 2 rod in case you prize things. I need to cut 1 card. Yeah. Gapejaw doesn't. No, we just go 2 Gengar. You'll find them. Just don't be bad. Just find them. You only need to find 1. Luminian, Arven, Forest, Sealstone. Then I gotta play another liability in here. Lucario with Energy Switch, that just feels like a lot. And then you gotta play more Fighting Energy too. And then if you're playing Lucario Energy Switch, like you're not setting up Bibarel, Lucario, and Tyranitar. Like realistically, are we setting up all 3 of those? The Lucario does put damage counters on itself, but what if your opponent knocks out the Lucario? Then you're stuck with no way to put damage counters on yourself instantly, whereas Gengar can always put damage counters on itself. It just like all you have to do is get just the Gengar into the discard pile, then it just can keep coming back, which is nice. All right, I get my revenge. No, I don't. It's pain. Why is it pain, bro? Just pain, man. Pain. Why don't I just open my battle VIP passes? It's like you gotta choose to go first, right? You have to choose to go first. You just need to draw into your cards in the right order. You know, if you see too many supporters before you see Battle VIP Pass, you just need to draw way too hot to do not nearly enough. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that case closed. Tough one. Frankly, I don't even feel like waiting for them to just turn one win. Hurry, please. It can't be that complicated to go find an electric generator and hit it. It really can't. Getting slow rolled so bad right now. Research? Okay. They ain't got it. So then what? I research away a rare candy Tyranitar Gengar, or I Iono into a deck with 4. He's still going to hit the double. Do it. Please, finish me. End it. Oh my god. All right, here we go. No more losing, okay? If we lose one more time, I'm deleting the deck. And I'll let you predict. Will I lose this game? Yes or no? One more time. I'm having a poor experience right now. Let's see. What kind of deck is my opponent playing? They've got Artisan. Could be Gardevoir. Could be a Lost Box variant. Could be Charizard. It's Meowscarada. Okay. Looks like I'm playing against a Meowscarada deck with my brave little Tyranitar deck. That's fine. And I get to use Artisan too. How fun is that? Thankfully, Tyranitar is not weak to grass. That's always good. And I probably don't need Choice Belt, as my opponent's deck is playing Pokemon EX, not Pokemon V. And let's go. Research. Okay. Another Bidoof. And we chill. Pass. I play Meowscarada and Pidgeot, it appears. Pidgeot is weak to lightning. And my opponent appears to not be doing anything of substance, which is wonderful for me. Love to see it. Escape rope. Choice belt, artisan, and let's go, baby. Industrious incisors for 3. Well, well, well. Time to let her rip. There we go. Rare candy into Tyranitar. And then Ultra Ball. Away those. Get another Beabriel. And let's draw some more cards. And I'll Mountain Hurl for the knockouts. There goes my last Tyranitar. It's fine, though. Here's Pupitar. Down 2 rare candies. I should have popped Gengar instead of getting the 4th Larvitar in play. But I am playing against a Meowscarada deck, so maybe they'll damage one of my bench guys. And here's the old banana in the tailpipe maneuver. Trying to get my Beabriel stuck. And my escape rope is gone. But I do have a switch somewhere in the deck, and I really would not like to Iono. My opponent is they have a 1-card hand, and it's not good. Oh, they play Arceus. Okay. That's how much I care. You think I care, bro? Industrious incisors. Man. Industrious incisors. Man. Pass. It's fine. Go ahead, Trinity Charge. I guess at a certain point I should just Iono and say, I'll find the switch. No, here we go. Thank goodness. Now I'm about to discard every single supporter card in my deck. This is great, dude. There's 8 cards in my deck. Right, so then I can't play the research. I'm going to deck out. Do you see that this deck is not even worth playing? I'm an Iono, man. It's not worth it, man. Bad decks are bad. Just bad decks are bad. Why must the bad decks be bad? What is it about the bad decks that makes them bad? Simply put, it's that they cannot beat any good decks. And that they don't work consistently enough to warrant play. Oh, and an Arceus V-Star. Oh, just pain and agony playing the silly Tyranitar deck. Put damage on my bench. Thank you. But then I need to, like, knock out Meowscarada. It feels like this deck is good at beating Arceus. That's it. Right? It does 280 damage relatively easily. You're probably beating Arceus decks. That's about it. Everything else feels like a struggle. Oh, we got another one. Okay. Oh, and we got more damage put on our bench. Okay. So I need to... I need to knock out... Like, I could still lose this. My resources are low. And I need to knock out a Pokemon with 310 hit points. Which is going to require 2 hit KO. And I'm pretty sure... Yeah, I only got 1 boss left in the deck. So then I very well could lose. Yeah, easily. I've only got 1 boss left. And if they boss... God forbid they boss a Bibarel. If they boss a Bibarel, like, we're for sure done. I, like, have to do this and attempt to draw a Tyranitar. And I miss. So I'm pretty sure we just lose. But, you know, we'll see. I've only got to take 2 prizes, but they can knock out... Oh, man. Yeah, this is bad. And they could just retreat between 2 Meowscarada. And I don't have enough... Oh, boy. Guys, I mean, this could be the deletion of the deck right here. I'm going to have to go on a cleanse and play good decks. And they're IOing themselves to 6. 6 cards. No. No! Not my Pupitar. Not like this. And then you move a damage counter to it, you take a knockout. So much pain. I can't believe I didn't find a Tyranitar last turn. So then what? Like, I can attack with this Larvitar. Oh, well, yeah, I can attack with this Larvitar, but then you can just retreat and attack with this Meowscarada. And then I've got nothing. Literally nothing I can do. It was looking so fine. But this deck is irredeemably bad. Oh my. There's no point in doing 250 damage. I mean, I guess there is actually, yeah. Man. But if they knock that, I don't have a backup. It's tough because you like need to play the researches to get the Gengars into the discard pile, but then research is also really bad late game. Well, what if they misplay? Nah, I ain't gonna misplay. I'm gonna get looped, dude. The looper! The looper? They're about to hit heads on Messagoza, Rarecane the into Pidgeot. You ever play games of Pokemon cards and you're like, I wish I was playing a better deck than the one that I have in front of me? Like, it's not a me problem. It's just the deck problem. I always play bad decks, so losses are never my fault. See, that's a good strategy right there. Didn't think about that. If you just play exclusively bad decks, then you always got something to blame it on. If I had one more boss's orders in the deck, I could win, but I don't. It's like the deck just, it wants too much. It wants too much. Yeah, thank you, Dave, for the sub and the 37 months. Appreciate you, Dave. This is just the slowest, most agonizing... death of deck that I've ever experienced. Okay. I've got Larvitar and an Iono. I think I have... If they put 20 damage over here, I mean, they could theoretically go... Yeah, they could go... You're at 80 right now, dude. All I need is one Bouquet Magic and a Yoga Loop. That's it. And that's it. All I need is Yoga Loop. And just like that, I lose. Thank you, Co19, for the gifted sub. And the 6 total gifts to the channel. That's it, chat. They got checkmate. No, that player should believe that Meowscarada is a good deck. They earned it. You know who didn't earn it? Tyranitar EX. No, there's no bosses in the deck. They were gone. Yeah, Tyranitar EX is so bad, dude. Hold on, I need a good deck cleanse. Oh, Regidrago V-Star, that deck is bad too. Engine Pokemon? Revavroom? Can I make a video on what you need for a regional? Like a how-to regional championship video, first regional championship video. You just got to bring your deck, register, submit your deck lists. You do all that on Arcanine Labs. That's really it. Show up. Bring a granola bar, some deodorant. I feel like it just wouldn't be my most interesting video. It would be to a select few. Do you have to be there on Friday? No. But you have to submit your deck list. You have to... Everything, the schedule and all of that is all available on Arcanine Labs. It's all available there. Playing good decks is fun. Playing good decks feels nice. Looks like I'm playing against Arceus Charizard. They've got a Klefki active, which is interesting. And they went first. I've got a solid turn 1. And I'll probably just... They could knock out my Inteleon turn 2 with a Choice Belt. Arceus getting 40 damage onto the Klefki probably... Well, could matter, you know. Surfing's nice. We'll do it. And then Iono. Alrighty then. And we're ready to rock and roll. 40 damage there. And we've got Urshifu, Tower of Waters, in the hand. If they come up with Arceus, I will just knock it out with Urshifu VMAX. So that is something that they've got to worry about. And I've got Ultra Ball in my hand, so I can go get Octillery and use Rapid Strike Search to go get a Karina's Focus and fill my hand up to 6. That would be pretty good, as I'm definitely able to play this entire hand down with Ultra Ball, Switch, Rapid Strike Energy, Urshifu. They've got Starbirth, Rare Candy Charizard. They can use Infernal Rain to accelerate some fire energy into play. And it looks like they may be just leading Charizard, which is a safer bet than going in with Arceus. And that's fine with me. Charizard will not be taking a knockout on Inteleon, unless they have a Choice Belt to buff the damage, which they may have. But usually the Charizard decks are only playing 1 or 2 of those. And they miss it. Cool. We've got the Urshifu. We've got the Tower of Waters, both switch cards in my hand. Can Ultra Ball away that and that. I could get Luminion and Melanie. It's a little bit risky though. I feel like it's better to just get Octillery and draw cards. That's probably good. I did not check to see if my Karina's focused in the deck because I'm a bad player. However, because I'm a streamer, I will not be punished. Oh, good Lord. Where is the streamer privilege? This is bad. Ooh, I'm going to lose. Gale Thrust. Uh-oh. There's Bibarel. Arzon. Doesn't really help me at all. All I really need is a supporter card, and I'm bailed out, though. They're going to boss the Octa. That's actually A-okay with me there, Captain, because that dude ain't finding nothing good. Yeah, I ain't got no qualms with that. Go get another one. Is cool. I've got so many live cards in there, dude. It's crazy how many live cards I got in that deck. I think I'm just gonna retreat. And Gale Thrust, yeah. It's crazy. The deck is full of live cards. So many good ones. The top card of the deck, it's a good one. The next card's probably a good one. I know, they're just itching to Iono me, too. How could you not? That hand's got probably 2 or 3 Iono in it. Okay. Oh, it's definitely a rapid flow angle. That's what we're doing, yeah. So then we're going to rapid flow. I feel like it's Bibarel. And probably the active. Just take those 3 pride. Like, I'm dead drawing, bro. I got to draw some cards. All right. There she is. Karina. Didn't want to show up. Thought you were too cool for school. Now we've got Ultra Ball. I've got Switch. They just take the knockouts and they go, all right. And basically they, all they have to do is knock out an Inteleon and it's game over, right? So. Okay. Okay. I could go... If I go Yoga Loop, what am I really doing, right? Like, Yoga Loop's not actually helping me right now. And the other Octillery is prized, yeah, so I'd have to Clara for it. So I guess... And is my Rope in the deck? No, I discarded it, which was so cool when I did that. Okay. So... I could Clara for Octillery, Urshifu, and 2 Waters. I think that's what I'm doing. Okay, let's get these. And then we've got... Maybe it should have just been Iono. I don't know. Ultra Ball. Let's see. Rapid Strike Search. Do I have 2 Rapid Strike energy left in my deck? Yes. Okay. And then what? We say, like, okay, I'm going to Ultra Ball away. But I kind of, like, need to find Luminian or Iono off the top of my deck. But I guess there's, like, a decent shot that I could do that. It's not the worst. I need to find an Iono for sure. Guess we might as well just get rid of Karina, because I'm like, okay, I need to find Iono, right? Double gunner once. Go here. Switch. And yogurt loop. There. Very good. There's an Irida, but I need Iono off the top. I did not find Iono off the top. So now the odds of me winning this game have decreased drastically, as all they need is boss's orders. But it's possible that they do not have it. So we'll see. We do not have rope, or else that would be pretty good. A situation like this is where it would have been pretty good to have Cheryl, I guess, but it was also my fault for giving my opponent the free couple turns there where I just didn't have a supporter card because I played into the Karina's focus instead of checking my deck and being a good player, so that's on me. Dang, today's just a day where you get bodied, huh? That's fine. Back to the good deck. Yeah, that one was me. I needed to Ultra Ball for Luminion the turn that I Ultra Balled for Octillery. No, there's not a good poison deck, unfortunately. Hasn't been in a long time. Tina decks, am I right? I know it's not exhilarating. I know it's not as exciting as Tyranitar, but you know what? We'll probably win some games. Probably. Playing against Turbo Palkia. Okay. We want to find another Comfy, so I'm not going to play the Nest Ball first. We do find Water Energy, though. So I could keep that and Nest Ball for Radiant Greninja and do that whole thing. But I actually kind of like getting the Cramorant and just saying, like, I'll Nest Ball for... Like, I didn't even know if Radiant Greninja was in the deck. Just get another Comfy, get another card in Law Zone, too, and that way you can kind of keep the Cramorant, which is fine. Flower selecting again. And we're taking the Colress, as much as that hurts, because there goes my Manaphy. But that's fine. It's fine, man. It's fine, man. No problem, man. It's cool. Enter. San Antonio? I don't know. And Iono, huh? There's another Colress. That's cool. I don't know. I haven't planned out my entire season yet. I just know I'm booked for 3. I'm booked for Pittsburgh. I'm booked for the one in California, and one more. Dang. Peoria. That's right. Forgettable city. Yes, I'm booked for those. And then I think I'm skipping Toronto. And then I don't have any of the rest of my season planned out yet. No, I'm skipping Toronto. Okay, we got Baxcalibur Pidgeot. Okay. And they rule the region. Sure. Oh my gosh. Okay. Five. Concealed cards. Comfy. Flower selecting. Rope is quite good here. And then they give me Pidge. Technically, you don't want to put down that path until after they promote. You just, so that's like a missequence for me, but I'm being a little lazy. You never want to give your opponent any more information than is necessary before they make a decision, like promoting on escape rope. So you always hold the card like path until like the end. I know a lot of people got conspiracy theories about Live's randomization techniques, but people had those same conspiracy theories about PTCGO. I got the Palkia. It's tough. Once you go down that rabbit hole, it's hard to stop, so. I ain't got nothing else. So I think you kind of just lose here, partner. Pretty sure. Holy moly. All right. Okay. Really, I mean, I guess I'm live for Mirage Gate now, but how many? I'm pretty sure I should have played that S-Ball before I actually. It's fine. Okay, I just need to find a Tina V-Star. Okay. Mirage Gate. Attach these before I get too deep. And then we'll Mirage Gate again. Just to thin the deck. And then we start digging. And we flower select. And we've got Rod, Gates, which pretty much squares everything up. Yeah, we're going to rope knockout back Excalibur this turn. That just seems really good. And I might as well just conserve resources and do that. Attach grass here. Rope. And shred. Shred the gnar, dude. For 160. Yeah. Let's do a poll because I'm interested. Think live is truly random. Do you think live is truly random as like, you know, or indistinguishably close, you know, basically, well, like, yes, true randomization doesn't really exist, but like, is it as random as random is in the computer nonsense? Is yes. Is it as random as it, you know, is it reasonably random enough? Is it randy enough? Is it reasonably random enough considering it's an algorithm? What do we think? Are there problems with Live's randomization algorithm, formula, whatever? Randy. Yes, no, it's definitely not truly random. There's no such thing. But, or, you know, it's certainly not when it comes to computer programming. Oh, yeah. This deck is broken. Why did we stop playing good decks again? Can someone please inform me? As to why we would have ever stopped playing the good decks? Let the good times roll. I shouldn't have. I want 2 Giratina V-Stars. Let the good times roll. The good times roll. Yeah, I miss sequence. I'm playing like an absolute buffoon right now, but it do not matter. Cool. Woohoo! Money got longer. Speaker got louder. Car got faster. Haters got matter. All right. Do you think live is truly random? We've got 58% of respondents in the chat saying yes, it is, and 42% saying, 41% saying no, it is not. Looks like a classic 60-40 matchup. See, I disagree with that assessment, Peter. I think that Lost Giratina is way more consistent than Greninja Break ever was. Now we got a 55-45 matchup with people in the chat claiming that the algorithm is scuffed. Yeah, Giratina definitely has comeback potential, and it doesn't feel that inconsistent. I don't know. Maybe I think I've just been drinking the Kool-Aid, man. I am just playing the one Ultra Ball, but the Ultra Ball is good for finding Giratina. All right. 55% of respondents. All right, my opponent quit. It's because they were losing. 55% of respondents say that Live's randomization is adequate. I don't know. You guys ever played in a tournament with paper cards? Your decks just sometimes you draw into crappy hands. All the time, actually. That's part of it. It's basically Pramawatt's list with like a card or two changed. No Snorlax. Yep. Could just be bad variants, JD. Trevor. The program calls the function pile shuffle? You're kidding, right? Come on. Oh, you're kidding. Okay. Whew. You can't make jokes like that. It's too easy to believe. Looks like I'm playing against a Lost Zone deck going first, and we've got a real nice looking opening hand with Battle VIP Pass and Jet Energy. We just want a couple of Comfy to get this party started, so let's go. Jet Energy. And Flower Selecting. And then we got another one. Battle VIP Pass, go. Tina Cramorant. Probably Tina Potentially Tina Comfy. I think Tina Cramorant is fine. Yeah. And then retreat into Comfy. Flower selecting. I'm not getting Greninja because I'm slamming this path. Skadoosh. And end turn. Yeah, slamming path. That's something that this deck does pretty well. Playing against another Lost Box deck, they might need Radiant Greninja in order to help set up. But with my opening hand, I definitely didn't need Radiant Greninja to help set up. So since I didn't need Radiant Greninja, and they might need Radiant Greninja, I'm slamming the path. And we've got 3 path in the deck, so the odds of getting a turn 1 path are pretty decent. And we've got Colress. Since they're playing Lost Box, we pretty much know that we're going to get to hang on to this hand next turn, right? So we're just playing to try and disrupt them as much as we can, because it's a Lost Box mirror, right? So you have to take every edge you can get to try and slow your opponent down in any way possible. I saw Grass Energy, so it does look like they are playing Tina Lost Zone Box, and I mean, they've had a real smooth start. Double Battle VIP Pass, Colress. I mean, they are doing just fine. I decided to get my Giratinas out since I opened one. It's like, all right, I'm just going to get these dudes going. And they're probably going to get a turn 1 knockout. So I do have Cramorant. And Comfy, so I'll be able to respond to their Cramorant with my Cramorants, no problem. That's fine. And then if I don't bench another Comfy, I don't have to worry too much about Radiant Greninja if they decide to attack with it. They bench their own Manaphy, so Radiant Greninja's not a great play for me, but I've got Colress, so it's quite good. Yep, don't need those paths. So we'll keep these, then flower selecting. And keep the gate. Do that. Suppose there's probably no reason to evolve those preemptively. I guess my opponent could play Iono, but we'll just do this. Not reveal to them what I have in my hand. They initiated the trade, which doesn't feel great, but it's fine. They've got 4. We're hoping that maybe they miss a Colress somewhere along the line. I mean, we're pretty much just both going to be streaming Colress until it's time to Iono. Got Rope. Sure. I've got 5 cards in the Lost Zone myself, so Colress will put me up to 7. And if they knock out Comfy, I can just Cramorant again. We're kind of chilling. We'll see if they decide to put down a Giratina or not. And it looks like they are. Okay. And this might be an Abyss-seeking turn. In which case, I will blast them to smithereens. And that is exactly what it looks like. And this is why I didn't evolve up my 2 Tinas. Like, I don't want them to know that I got it like that. So then we go Culverus. We really just want these 3. I don't need any of those 2. And then got an energy left. Let's go Super Rod, the grass, back in, and then Mirage Gates. Those here. Attach Psychic. Evolve here. Evolve here. And Lost Impact. So we should be at 9 in the Lost Zone now. Which is cool. Take our 2. We got a Comfy and a Water Energy. It's good. We got 1 of each energy in the Lost Zone. 2 Jets. They are probably up to 10. Yeah, they got Roxanne. It's like kind of know that that's coming. Got Rope Sableye. Okay. We're not playing Roxanne in this deck. We're just playing the Iono. But with Roxanne, what? They were at 8. They need to get to 10. And a Flower Select here. They need to find a switch, and I think they attached here. So they can't find Jet Energy. It needs to be 2 switches. Thank you, Young Yo Gaming, for the Prime sub in the 2 months. And I appreciate the kind words there. Thank you. And do you have another switch? They got a gate so they can retreat the Comfy? Sure. Now this Roxanne could just be a deal breaker for me. Definitely. If we don't find everything we need, this could just do it. But all I have left, looks like they're going straight for the Cramorant. I was going to say, like, the Cramorant, I could escape rope and take a knockout. So let's see what it do, baby. Rod. Okay. Put those back into the deck. Rope. And Flower Selecting. Switch Cart and Ultra Ball, huh? Those are not very good cards for me. Uh-oh. That's bad. It's real bad. It's not good. That Roxanne's really gonna be bad. Yeah, maybe I needed to have like a stronger board presence of Comfies. But I mean, all I really need is like a Culverus, and I'm chilling. But the odds of me finding that Culverus are very low now. 29 card deck. Why bench Sableye? if I top deck a Psychic, it gives me a play. So that was the reason. Does feel kind of bad though, because I am vulnerable there. Yeah, and it's like we don't get anything, so dang. I am curious that Pram didn't play Roxanne in his top 4 worlds list. But I guess maybe if you just play like, you kind of have to play like in a way where you don't leave yourself vulnerable to Roxanne either, but it's tough. It is tough. I mean, Iono doesn't draw you nearly as many cards as Roxanne, but Iono does draw you cards in the beginning of the game, so it helps with your early game. But Roxanne to 2 at that point in the game, it's like you could still have so many cards left in the deck when you get Roxanne to 2, which definitely hurts. Something to think about. It was. I just didn't really have any other play, though, Victor, right? I mean, I guess I could have what? I could have just like hit into it with Cramorant. That feels bad. Like, it feels terrible to do that because you're like, that math doesn't even add up to anything, right? 110 onto a Giratina, you're like, that's a 3-hit KO or something. It's kind of pointless. So I think you're kind of just saying like, all right, I'm not going to get Iono'd into that bad of a hand, right? Or I'm not going to get Roxanne in that bad of a hand. But I could have played more carefully. I could have benched more Comfies. Which would have been fine. Dang it. It always feels like there's still a lot to learn when playing Lost Box decks, though. They're definitely not the easiest decks to pilot. I was playing cards with Natalie the other day, and, you know, she doesn't play competitively anymore. But she picked up Lugia and was like, this is the worst excuse for a Pokemon deck I have ever encountered. And I was like, you're not wrong. Yeah. Yeah, you get it. But then she tried Lost Box and was like, now this deck is like actually interesting. Right. Lugia is definitely cool for beginners because it is not a very difficult deck to operate. I think I'm just forgoing the cram. We're going Ham Tina. Yeah, Lost Box does require it requires a lot of skillful navigating. You can't just like brain off Lost Box. You really can't. Thank you, Little Munchkin, for the sub in the 57 months. And that's the thing. That's why I'm not going to complain about Sableye, because, like, yeah, it's a powerful card, but it takes a lot of thought to, like, navigate correctly, right? So at least there's that. Yeah, Turbo Lost Box still good. Wahoo! Got Abyss Seeking again, unfortunately, but that's fine. Miraidon is too linear. Listen up now. The thing about Miraidon is that when your opponents all line up to play complicated decks like Lost Zone decks and Gardevoir at the World Championships, and you line up with your big stinking lightning Pokemon and don't give a crap about any of that, you can just make them feel silly for picking such a convoluted deck, because you just you just get in the paint and go hard right from the beginning. Miraidon does not care about how complex your gameplay is. And there's something refreshing about that. Miraidon just yellow Arceus? No. Come on. Okay. So, got the gates. I should have been a water energy there. I don't really know what I'm thinking, but it's fine. I guess I could Mirage Gate to Radiant Greninja and do some fancy footwork there. That's kind of interesting. No, I can't. Okay, here we go. Flower selecting. Take the water. What if we said you've got a 2-card hand and I'm just going to knock out your guy? What about that? Yeah, what about that? Oh, gotta pick one of those. Very good. Okay. So what if we do that? And I don't think I waste the... I mean, if I boss up the Spirit Tomb, they might not have a switch. That'd be kind of sick. Or an energy. And we're just going to Lost Mine the Beebs. Put her all there. It's that banana in the tailpipe maneuver. Come on. Come on. You ain't got it like that. Pass it back on over to me. Research. Dang it. No energy, no switch. They had a 2-card hand, so like you're like, I'm gonna see if I can't catch them slipping here because I got kind of a weird game going on. Okay, so they're gonna knock out this guy, but the problem is, but I guess I got Nest Ball and I got another flower selecting, so it's fine. Usually Arctina doesn't play a Stadium Bump. They just play 4-path, so I probably don't have to worry about that. All right, and I got the next 2 prizes like sorted out. The problem is I need to figure out like backup plans, you know? There's a grass, okay. We definitely want another Tina, like guaranteed. And then flower selecting. Gate. Yes, please. So then... Holy smokes. Okay. Ultra Ball away these. Get the Tina. Thinning is winning. There's only 1 grass energy left in my deck. Oh my god. Well, that's not good. Uh-oh. Yeah, I might be out of gas here. It's not great. I'm really... What, have I played this entire game with like 1 Comfy? Yeah, I have. You know, and you never plan on that. Right? It's not like... You don't start off and you're like, I'm going to just use 1 Comfy this game. I think this was just one of those games where it was like, yeah, I'm just abyss seeking a lot and hoping that things buff out. Maybe Lost Tina is a pile. Maybe so. Maybe it's just a pile. I mean, yeah. Yeah, sure. I suppose. Sableye and 2 psychic energies. Not making my life easy here, man. Okay. One Comfy is plenty, right? All I need to do is find Colress off the next 3 cards and find Psychic Energy Sableye. That's it. Easy money. No sweat. Right here, baby. Come on, deck. Let's go. Right here. That's a boss. Flower selecting. That's a Colress. And off the Colress. Come on, baby. He's in there. Dig. Dig, 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 dig. Come on. There are 2 in there. Right here. No. I can't possibly find all of the cards now. God. No. Pain. Pain, bro. Pain. Pure pain. What happened? I know, we played that whole game with 1 Comfy. That was cringe for sure. And I don't think that we got to... Yeah, that's supposed to be a good matchup. Granted, we started off very poorly though. We didn't like do anything. We were just using Abyss Seeking for a while, and we started no Comfies, no Battle VIP Pass, and we were just Abyss Seeking. But sometimes that's just the way. Like this hand here. We're just going to Abyss Seeking. Straight up. Playing against Guardy. Okay. Looks like I'm up against Gardevoir And my opponent goes Mysterious Tail, Battle VIP Pass. They're chilling. We've got Abyss Seeking. But they've only got 2 Ralts, so I do like that. We've got a Comfy, actually, but I guess you have to say Flower Selecting, but Abyss Seeking gets 2 cards in a Lost Zone, and Flower Selecting only gets 1. That's just math right there. You know? It's mathematics. Ah, boy. Okay, here we are. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, they find another Ralts. And they're going to start using refinements. I don't mind that Iono whatsoever. No, that's fine. Get me into 6 way better cards. I think with Lost Zone Giratina, you just kind of like assume that your first couple turns are going to be bad. I think that kind of just is part of the deal. But your end game is usually real strong. That's kind of how it is. Now, they got double Curlia. They can refinements. Fine. And then we've got double Flower Selecting. Good to go. And if they don't bench, yeah, they didn't bench Manaphy either. So, I mean, this just is a game where I can go Radiant Greninja for 2. So, Colress. Let's go. And we'll start selecting some flowers. That's fine. We just need more of a board state at this point. I don't even want to necessarily free up a board. Toss one. I don't want to free up a bench spot so I can Radiant Greninja. That's cool. And they might just go Moonglow Reverse this next turn. It's kind of what I'm anticipating, so I'm just going to put an energy on to Giratina and pass. And we're at 6 cards now. And we got a water in our hand. So long as Radiant Greninja's in the deck, I'm live for a potential Moonlight Shuriken. Unless they... I mean, I guess they could evolve up 2 Curlias and a Ralts. I got the rare Candy Gardevoir EX. Which is pretty dang good. Hey, thanks, GoPro. Hopefully you're enjoying the stream. And they got Gardevoir, they got 3 energy, so... And 1 on the Mew. So they can definitely Moonglow Reverse a Comfy if that's what they want to do. And they got a Gardevoir. If they leave one of these a Curlia, I can Moonlight Shuriken, the Mew, and the Curlia. Even so, putting 90 on 2 things is not bad. Research a rod. And they are really cooking through their deck. And they still have a Shining Arcana. But I imagine it is going to be Cresselia. With the flower selecting, I'll be at 7 cards in the Lost Zone. So I can use Mirage Gates. I've also got Colress, 7, 8, 9. If I do 2 flower selectings and a Colress, oh, we got the whole gang evolved up. That's fine. That's fine. That's a pretty strong, yeah, pretty strong turn there. Yeah, it's good. I still think it's okay. If they put a lot of damage counters on their Gardevoirs to knock out my Giratinas, then Sableye can kind of go to town. So that's all fine. And since I will be behind, I won't need to worry about reversal energy. So that's good. And there they go. Knocking out one of my Comfies. Cool. Does feel bad to just let your opponent have these huge hands with like nothing you could do about it. Not like super duper into that. Yeah, not like totally, not totally in love with these flower selectings either. What the heck? Yay. It's fine. I mean, sheesh. This is ugly. Isn't it? We are at 9 cards in the Lost Zone. Okay. I could retreat. No, I really don't want to just give them 2 prizes if you can help it. Take that. Not great. Okay. The one thing we can do is if we can find a Giratina V-Star. I'm at 10 in the Lost Zone now, so I could just gust up the Guardy and knock it out. And unless they like vacuum the collapse and put a Ralts down or something. But they just pretty much have access to their whole deck right now, which feels kind of bad. They may even gust and knock out my Giratina, which would feel very bad. Oh, very bad indeed. Oh, yeah. This is not good. Oh, this is not what you want, guys. Sure. This is bad. Okay. So you're going to go to 3 prizes. I guess with... Phew. That's not good. So they're doing 6. $240. Yeah, this is bad. This is real bad. There's Tina, though. So, we've got that. Finally find our first switch card. Jet and Nestball. Take the Jets. Not even sure if I... Sick. Yeah, it's like I need a rod too. Oh, it's just so bad. Okay. It's fine. Do that. Do that. Do that. Man. Do that. And just like hope that they don't respond. Like, my goodness. It's terrible. Okay. The animation for Star Requiem is really bad. I don't know. I don't know who thought, like, yeah, that looks great. That looks incredible. So all I need to do is they put a 7th energy on this Gardevoir. They're doing 270. If they hit an energy off Shining Arcana and detach from hand, then they're doing enough 300, enough to knock me out, which is just miserable. Uh-oh. And here's how we lose, right? They hit 2. Good God. Is over. Man. Okay. They haven't found their second rod yet, and I think they prized our alts. So there's like, dang it. All right, so there's a chance. I think I need to attack with Radiant Greninja this turn. Or you've got 80 left. It's got to be Radiant Greninja to knock out both these. Luminion. Well, you've got all right, you've got the Guardy to draw. You're going for boss for game. Okay. I mean, this is really bad for me. It's really bad. But with the Forest Seal Stone? Brother. Huh. Okay, it can be done. I need to rod all those back in. Do that. Do that. Just thin the deck as much as possible. There's one gate in there. Uh-oh, there's only one gate in there. Holy smokes. One switch card in there. Okay, get that. And then I pretty much have to Iono, yeah. Okay, we have not found the gate or the switch. I concealed cards, like I have to find it all. Found another rod. But that doesn't do it. Holy smokes. I mean, I guess I could take the knockout with Cramorant and just say, like, hopefully you don't have, like, Rare Candy Guardy. Yeah, that's the only other real route, huh? It's fine. I need to find a energy here or switch. Okay, so we get the energy. And then I need to retreat and hit with Cram. That's all I can do. It's not great. They've got their V-Star, which is not good. Pretty terrible. I get Iono to 2. So they're going to thin their deck first, then Shining Arcana, then hope that they can piece the combo Rare Candy Guardy together with the 4 Seal Stone that they have in play. Thank you, Vodouche, for the Prime sub and the 21 months. They're going to Iono first, which seems... Huh. And then Shining Arcana, and then hope that they can Rare Candy Guardy. Or maybe they don't. Ain't no way, dog. Ain't no way. I'm so mad, dude. That's so crazy. The Guardy's a good deck. Dang. That's why Guardy's broken. Right there. Guardy's good. Our deck was not looking very impressive there. It really wasn't. Yeah, I've kind of fallen out of favor with Tina. There's been times where it just feels broken, and then there's been times lately where it's just... is feeling like it's just doing a lot of nothing. Yeah. There are times where it's so sick, though. But anyways, I got a lot of video editing to do today. I'm working on my Worlds vlog, so I'm going to get out of here. I'll be back tomorrow afternoon with some tabletop content. Nice to mix it up and try something else. I am looking forward to the Pittsburgh Regional Championships, but I don't know what I'm going to play yet. I'm not really feeling Lost Zone Giratina, though. But I wanted to, like, give myself more reps with it, so I really kind of understood where it sat. And Tyranitar, unfortunately, yeah, it's probably not going to be you either, bud. And tomorrow's stream's going to be GLC Tabletop with JD, so make sure to tune in for that. We'll be going live around 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And I'll see you all there. Thank you all so much for tuning in for the stream. I'll be back tomorrow. See you.